All righty, Seton. What's the poll question today?
Well, we could jump into Pittsburgh here for a minute.
Okay.
If you'd like.
All right.
They made some news this weekend.
Yep. They picked up Justin Fields. The Bears traded Justin Fields to the Steelers, a conditional draft pick, and could be as much as a 4th-round pick, right now 6th-round pick, depending on how much he plays. If he takes 50% of the snaps, then it goes up to a 4th-round pick. All right. So what's the question, Seton?
If you were the Steelers, who would you start? Is that even a question? That's Russell Wilson?
Yes. I from what I'm told, he was guaranteed that he would be starting, or he was saying, look, I'll go to these teams, but I need to be assured that I'm going to start. If I'm going to take $1.2 million to go to your team, then I want to be guaranteed I'm going to start. Now, Mike Tomlin has already said to Justin Fields, hey, Russ is our starting quarterback. Let's get that out of the way in March so it's not something that lingers. Now, I'm going to start you, but that doesn't mean Russ can't play his way out of the lineup. I don't know if Justin Fields can play his way into the lineup prior to the start of the season, but it feels like Mike Tomlin, let's get that nonsense out of here. Russ is our starter. Yes, Eden.
For a guy that it appeared not many teams were really interested in, as soon as Justin Fields goes to the Steelers for a 6th-round / sort of 4th-round pick, all of a sudden, collectively, people were like, that's it? We would have taken him for that. All of a sudden, everybody wanted him.
And I have to say that Ryan Poles did right by Justin Fields, because I said, no, as a GM, you're not supposed to. You send him where you can get the best deal. Well, there are reports, Ian Rappaport said that's not the case, that there are other teams that offered a better draft pick situation. I think the Eagles were offering more. And then Kenny Pickett didn't want to stay and back up Russell Wilson. He canceled an appointment where he's going to work out with the wide receivers. And I think the Steelers were like, see ya. And that Justin Fields wanted to play for Mike Tomlin. I think it's a great situation for Russ and Justin Fields. Absolutely. And I think it's great for Justin Fields. Now you go to a class organization that's not going to jerk you around. Maybe, you have stability with Mike Tomlin, although I think he's in his last year of his contract, so that's tricky. But I think Justin Fields going from the Bears to the Steelers makes all the sense in the world. And Russell Wilson being there, Russ is going to say all the right things. I don't know if it's a case of I'm going to mentor you or just, hey, watch and learn by example. And I think Pittsburgh, although their odds didn't improve, I thought that was their Super Bowl odds did not improve when they got Russ. I don't know if they'll be a better team with Justin Fields instead of Russell Wilson if we get to that point. But, and Russ is pretty durable. So I don't know if Justin Fields is going to get playing time. Can you use him? Can you use him in certain situations? He's a great athlete. Can you put him out there and give yourself another threat? Do you bring him in at the goal line? I think there are a lot of options there, but I like what Pittsburgh did. I think it's great. What else, Seton?
Yeah, so what happened more with that trade? Did the Steelers just crush, or did other teams fail?
Well, I think the Bears did right by Justin Fields by sending him to a place he wanted to go.
Is that the right thing to do for the Bears?
No. The right thing to do is to get the right draft pick or picks there. Not, hey, Justin, where do you want to go? If I'm the Steelers, okay, I got a little bit of leverage here. All right, he wants to go here, wants to play for Mike, and all right, 6th-round pick. How's that? It feels like you could have had him, anybody could have had him for a 4th or 5th-round pick. I thought that all along, like, okay. And then nobody wanted him, and then we find out that there were a couple other teams interested in him as a backup quarterback. Yeah, Paul?
If I'm the Bears GM, I want to get as much as I can on this trade, but I also want to send him to the place where he can the least chance to haunt me down the line. And in short term, Steelers make sense because you would think Russell Wilson's the starter next year. Justin Fields can't hurt the Bears. But I would be nervous that Justin Fields someday takes over the Steelers and they do very well, because the Steelers usually do very well, or at least competitive. That would make me nervous that he's at a franchise where he could go far and I could look bad maybe 2-3 years down the road.
Depends on how good Caleb Williams looks.
Right.
But I keep saying that it felt like he was worth more than that, but that's all you were going to get. I wonder if Justin Fields said, I want to go to Minnesota. You got Sam Darnold there. I want to go to Minnesota. You're not going to send him to Minnesota. Not in the same division. That's not happening. So they were doing right by him. They sent him to Pittsburgh. I thought Philadelphia was the best destination for him because if Jalen Hurts gets hurt, then you're going to have somebody who can run the offense in a similar way. I have DraftKings MVP odds. Okay? Because I was curious with all the movement that's happened and right now where it stands, like Russell Wilson in Pittsburgh, MVP odds, plus 12,000. That means that every other quarterback in the NFL has better odds than Russell Wilson. Caleb Williams has better odds. Anthony Richardson, Jared Goff, Kirk Cousins, Matthew Stafford, Tua, C.J. Stroud, Brock Purdy, Jordan Love. They all do. Better odds. You know who has better odds than Russell Wilson to win the MVP this year? Justin Fields.
Come on.
Justin Fields to win the MVP is the same as Caleb Williams at plus 5,000.
Who was just told he's going to be the backup.
Yes. Better MVP odds this year. Justin Fields, plus 5,000. Russell Wilson, plus 12,000.
Stat of the day, stat of the day, stat of the day, stat of the day. Here comes that
what?
Stat of the day.
Stat of the day brought to you by Panini America. By the way, it's Patrick Mahomes, then Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson. And then you have a group of plus 1,200. Justin Herbert, Brock Purdy, and Jordan Love all have the same MVP odds. And then it's C.J. Stroud, Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott are at plus 1,500. Aaron Donald retired over the weekend, kind of quietly slipping away. He could have retired after the Super Bowl against the Bengals, and he could have had maybe the first ever career sack off because he had a sack of Joe Burrow. I don't know if that's an official term.
Sack off.
Yeah.
We've been saying it for a while.
Well, I don't know.
Never caught on.
Yeah.
They just began tracking it, though, in 19.
Yeah.
Because he broke through on that last play, and Burrow had people open.
Yes.
And Aaron Donald got a hold
If
of
Aaron Donald doesn't get there, Jamar Chase catches a game-winning, Super Bowl-winning touchdown pass. But that would have been a sack-off. I don't know if we've ever had somebody else with a sack-off, certainly in the Super Bowl. But he did. Yeah, Paul.
Aaron Donald played 10 seasons. In 8 of those, he was first-team All-Pro. Almost nobody makes it as a rookie. So basically, he went 8 of 9 first-team All-Pro. That's upper echelon. I'm looking back, and I found so there's some other people with 8 first-team All-Pros. Jerry Rice has 10, but Jerry Rice took 20 years. Mm-hmm. The only one better than Aaron Donald as far as percentage of first-team All-Pros is Jim Brown. Jim Brown went 8 for 9, the running back. Mm. And Aaron Donald otherwise is the best.
Yeah. Hall of Famer, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. But that's another one of those, how did everybody miss on him? Now, maybe we weren't watching a lot of Pitt college games, but still, he was undersized. Like it felt like, he's 6 feet tall. There were knocks on him. So everybody, it felt like, missed on him, or there were a lot of teams that missed on him. I don't think people projected him to be this kind of player, anywhere near this kind of player, like Hall of Fame caliber. That's the beauty of the draft. That's the curse of the draft, where you're going, oh my God, it was right in front of us. Trey Lance traded for a 4th-round pick. Mac Jones traded for a 6th-round pick. Justin Fields traded for a 6th-round pick. Zach Wilson is not tradable. That's the 2021 quarterback class. It is officially, as Pro Football Talk said, a disaster.